Hello, you're watching talkSPORT. My name's Shebahn Aherne, and this weekend, Jermaine Jenas makes his return to co-commentary and goes back to football. After losing his job at the BBC, Jermaine is with us now to talk about how things have changed for him and getting this new opportunity to go back to the sport that you love. Jermaine, I feel a frank conversation is needed ahead of this, and I'm sure you can appreciate why.
Yeah, I think it's fair. I think that the last 6, nearly 7 months have been extremely tough for myself and my family, but it's also been a really good opportunity to kind of take stock, I suppose have a good look at why you find yourself in these kind of situations, and start to kind of, I suppose, have some honest conversations really with yourself, with other people that are close to you, people that have been very supportive during this period of time. And yeah, just kind of work your way back to a position where I can get back to doing what I love most.
It's been 6 months, which actually isn't a long amount of time. You know, for you and for your family, it will feel like an incredible amount of time, but coming back into sport, to the sport that you love and to the career that you had before everything went wrong. A lot of people will have a real problem with it, you know, and I can understand that. How do you assure us that you've changed?
The biggest thing in this whole situation is about taking responsibility. And that has been at the forefront of my mind. You know, you need to take responsibility for your actions. There's a reason why you're in this position and there's a reason why this has happened. And once you kind of accept those things, then you can work on yourself and you can work on the other things and you can work on your family and work towards a brighter future. I'm obviously very grateful to talkSPORT to give me the opportunity to come talk to yourself and, you know, get back to doing what I love most. But, you know, essentially this is about, me looking inwards, making some improvements and coming back a better person.
I mean, you're taking responsibility, clearly. Your actions then were wildly inappropriate. We can agree on that?
Yeah, of course, yeah, that's what taking responsibility is about. It was inappropriate.
So how do you make sure you're working on yourself and that there's no sort of relapse there?
I made a mistake. And it was a mistake that, you know, essentially is something that me and my wife and my family have to deal with. I think that, the big thing here, Shebahn, is that, you know, your career is one thing. And, you know, I work, 10 years post-retirement from being a footballer, you know, and I can take it as far back as I want from, you know, starting from nothing to becoming a footballer to getting myself in a very fortunate position to working on television. And, you know, essentially, it's, you know, it's a lot of hard work that you put into the job, but at the same time, it can be taken away from you like that. And that's one thing that I've recognized. And when it is taken away from you like that, there's only one thing that's there for you, and it's your family, and it's your friends, and it's the people that are really, really close to you. And that's what has been my biggest support system during this period of time. You know, me and my wife have had some honest conversations. Me and my family have had some honest conversations, and that's who this is really between. So moving forward, that's where, you know, my focus is, making sure that my kids are okay, my wife is supported, and, you know, that I'm continually working on improving myself.
I appreciate that, and I'd like to know how, if it's okay to ask, how difficult that was for your wife and for the women in your life.
When you have, I suppose, been living in a way that that's not fit really for, I suppose, the position that you have, and you put other people's lives in a position that they didn't ask for. Kids are going to school with press following them, wives getting followed to the gym, to work. You know, I put other people in a scenario that they didn't ask to be put into. And granted, you know, some people will look at it and go, well, we've had some good times with you and we'll suffer the bad times, but it's not about that. You know, it's about, you know, me realizing that they didn't deserve to be in that position.
Can you use this experience to become a role model? Would you like to become a role model, and how you can better yourself, become the better version of yourself?
I have in the past led by example in showing people that I can be a role model, and I intend to get back on that path again. It's my job to get back to doing what I love most, which is talking about football